Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and evening and amazing spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, off here to a glorious 1v1 on Nexus. In the west, it is Eisenkreuz, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 9th Panzer Division with Breakthrough, Special Operations and Overwatch with double infantry, medical supplies. Versus the east, it is JibberJabberJobber, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Here with the 2nd Armored Division with Mechanized, featuring Mechanized groups. The M43 Sherman 76mm gun, 76mm gun, mortar half-tracks, cavalry riflemen, and combined arms with infantry and bazooka range bulletins. Double rifles out there versus double full skirmishes. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters, these champions, these heroes of the Propagandacast. You too can join their illustrious ranks by pledging on Patreon yourself. You can just donate by PayPal. Links in the description. As always, you can always just comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, keep the YouTube algorithms engaged. Rifles going northwards here. Rifles got further northwards there, so heavy push there. Meanwhile, Eisenkreuz doing the opposite in the south, obviously. Blazes over tank traps for a bit of cover there. And heading straight for the fuel pond there, leaving other squads to grab other points around it. So far, standard stuff. Storm Puny hiding around here, ready to ambush any units getting with close range. Part 1, the tank traps. Again, very much standard stuff here so far. Nothing that's gonna, like, leave you, well, absolutely gripped with excitement. Unless you're really into sandbags, I guess. Third floor's going to Eisenkreuz, and JibberJabberJobber here, coming to a very fast lieutenant, aggressive, bold in some ways, of course has a slight bit of downtime in the meanwhile, which could be exploited here by Eisenkreuz depending on the situation. We'll of course have to see what Eisenkreuz commits to. I mean, Overwatch of course remains a classic. Special Operations sees a bit more usage, and of course Breakthrough is an interesting choice. Most players go for ground offensive on a push for the Panzerflieger. Though it technically does also give him 2 Doctrines with Sturm Officers, so there might be a thing there that he really just wants to go for Sturm Officers. Jibber motorizing his forces there with a dart truck, ready to put the pedal to the metal. Force moving in to assist the others, being flanked by the Sturmpanzer around with the Sturmgewehr on 14, engaging the rifle squad out in the open, falling back here as the Germans on aggressive pursuit here of the Amerikaner. Tank turrets up here for JibberJabber. Volker squad they're pressuring from the south, rifle squad falling back further in the face of German aggression. There we go. Nearly managed to stop Eisenkreuz assault here. Sneaking up on the carve point. What will he do next? We'll try and flank around. We'll engage head on. I mean, obviously, one option we just try and, somehow sneak about here and then attack from the north, or basically avoid here and go that way, go for the carve point, force JibberJabber to attack. Of course, you could then sort of push ahead there into Eisenkreuz territory. So it becomes a bit of a game of chicken, if you will. But there you go, Lieutenant with the dart truck, 5th cal, they're flying away there. The full squad, they're forcing retreat here as Eisenkreuz full squad on the open there is absolutely not prepared for this. We've got a 4th squad out for Eisenkreuz, trotting away there from as well. The Schwere Wehrmacht Schlepper. And what will Jibber go for next? 50 cal? Will he take up? Will he go for, yeah, probably cavalry rifle? I do get the 50 cal there, but obviously most players will go for a cavalry rifle squad. Quit with Thompsons and begin mowing down some goddamn Nazis. But there you go, to be caught out in the open. Be careful there, Mr. Eisenkreuz. His men, while they may be believers in the cause, do not become bulletproof through that. Closing on the lieutenant, bit risky there with the terrain. Jibber sort of managed to help me to close his forces somewhat. Lieutenant away from all this, grab northern victory point, reinforcing. 50 cal almost down there for JibberJabberJobber. Lieutenant being aggressive pursued here by a swarm of infantry under Eisenkreuz command. Looking to get our wipe on that lieutenant if Jibber sticks around for too long. Got the dart truck still firing away there. Coming to sneak in some more kills here against Eisenkreuz infantry. And there you go, 5th cal being hauled forwards here by JibberJabberJobber and America. 5th cal, they're close to veterans who won there. And the, well, first level veterans, he does have some self-repair stuff there. Beyond that, we shall of course see what happens next. 5th cal sitting up here. And Eisenkreuz spots it narrowly, avoiding total destruction. Picks up the dart truck. Troops in south here for JibberJabber. Nothing further going in space. Could be cavalry rifle now, could be another 50 cal. Back in Eisenkreuz space. Battle Group headquarters going up. The Kampfgruppe Hauptquartier. In fact, Jibber does go for a second 50 cal heavy machine gun. Ralph's got grabbing the point here, fixing up the stuff there. Bit of skirmishing. Heading for the southern fuel point there. Outmaneuvering Iceland's Kreuz is starting to focus a bit too much in the centre here. Definitely mistake there by Iceland's Kreuz. Jibber there, realising this proceeds to exploit it, I think, quite nicely. Thumbs up there. I've been caught up with the 5th car now, setting up to cover a fat chunk of terrain to make it harder for Iceland's Kreuz to maneuver around there. Second ready. Full retreat here almost for Iceland's Kreuz, leaving only a single full score to now hold the entire front line. That is obviously a recipe for nothing good for the Germans. Flak half track is on the way to the 251-17. And second 50k ready there. Setting out that 50 cal there. What we'll go for next? Stuarts, M20s, cavalry riflemen, bazookas. I mean, the 50 cals and heavy cover, they can with the armor piercing rounds actually deal with the flak half tracks, as long as the flak half tracks attack head on, obviously. More tank traps, very consistent work there by Jibber. He's now got most of the map, he's got both fuel points. This is going to lead to a very strong advantage for JibberJabber over Iceland's Kreuz, and this Iceland's Kreuz can fix this rapidly. Flak half track ready there. Most self-propelled anti-aircraft guns on the wall were basically either mounted on flak half track, or half tracks, or trucks. Few on cars. The whole sort of anti-aircraft tank was much more of a minority thing, usually made in much smaller runs. The south hitch has been forced. We got the rifle popping in there. Full squad right here, but the 5th Cavalry popping the armor piercing rounds to make sure that no flak half tracks pass there. There we go, popping the armor piercing rounds as well. Ambulance all over for Jibber. Iceland's Kreuz makes some progress in the south here against Jibber. The north side seems very much where he's not intending to go. Okay, now there for Iceland's Kreuz, obviously concerned about Jibber hitting him with a Stuart light tank, which is a very sensible concern to have, since most American players will of course go for a Stuart light tank.
Ambulance taking the field.
Ambulance out. Map control to be let's great here and there. Go force pushing north, catching Ralph's squad. Then in fact north side is now open here as Jibber's force pushing southwards there to weed out Iceland's Kreuz. Has left the entire north side of the map wide open. Stuart lighting on the way there for Jibber, so you have a Carentan for great investment there for Iceland's Kreuz, though he's going to need more than just that one to come to really sort of consistently deal with it. Unless Jibber is going to mishandle that Stuart light tank quite aggressively, which could happen. Flag capturing it, Castle Lieutenant, and beginning to hammer away there. Still a light tank there.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Right about done for JibberJabber, and the second armoured edition follows with the 50 cal mounted dart trap. We've got reactions in the back as well. Interesting choice there. Lots of sandbags up north as well. Iceland's Kreuz now trying to push back pretty aggressively against Jibber, and Jibber is definitely starting to catch up with the pace of Iceland's Kreuz and the German army. Lots of sandbags there. My God, why do you have to lift so many sandbags? Well, would you rather be shot at by the Americans? Nine, good. Nice hit by the Carentan of the Stuart light tank, punching straight through the armour with ease. Flak half tank few hits, they gain some shots back at the Stuart, but obviously none of them penetrate the Stuart's frontal armour. South here, 5th coming forward, popping in the armour piercing rounds as well there, just in case. Ralph's got the Sturm Punier flying away there. Almost got the Ralph's got there, 50k could have been chopped. In fact, he might have a chance of getting a wipe here with a bit of goodwill and luck. Yeah, there seems fairly good chances to the Minion preventing this wipe, possibly. And yes, narrowly managed to avoid it there due to the pressure from the Stuart light tank. Up north, the attack continues. Got the dart right there. JibberJabber's manning too much there, and this allowed Iceland's Kreuz to finish off with the Pantherfast retreats here. I think it's because it can't assist properly with this squad, so this one's going to get wiped out, or at least pushed back fast, leaving the other one to get murdered, so rather than waste that, he just retreats. Good decision. In this case, the smoke from the dart truck basically blocked the line of sight of the other squad, causing all of that to happen. Got Captain on the way there for JibberJabber. Interesting decision there. Most players, I think, just push straight for the mechanized, or not Mechanizing the company command post, or not company, but tank command post, and begin pushing it for tanks. And sometimes dealing with the British, of course, their tank building is the company command post. Yeah. But anyways, I would expect him to push the tank command post and then Shermans instead of going for the company command post and, well, not Shermans. Another truck radio fights and the Croats will continue to be without a Doctrine. Northern points being seized, stoodling about here for JibberJabberJobber. Oh, it's got minesweepers out here from Iceland's Kreutz. Not that Jibber's been laying down any mines, it's not like the Doctrine offers a lot. It may just be because he's doing it just for the repairs more than anything. Which obviously makes a ton of sense. Quick hit from the Stuart there, but it is taking some hits from turning for the flak half tank. Okay, they're definitely adding some punch there to the Stuart light tank. In the south here we got the 50 cal slow lemming out here for JibberJabberJobber. A full support they left to defend the southern fuel point, their critical element there. At the same time, forces being bogged down by 50 cals and Stuart. In the south here, forces being steadily overwhelmed here by JibberJabber's push. And the north side, it very much also remains all-American and taking there for JibberJabber. Likely going for that one in part because he probably wants that flak half track very, very dead. Meanwhile, we got the Schwer punch calls up here, always on the way there to add some more pressure to Iceland's Kreutz forces to give them some more punch here versus JibberJabber. So that's going to give him a lot of infantry. He's going to have 4 Volksgun squads, the Sturm Paniers and the Orbital down. That is quite a lot of infantry to manage here for Iceland's Kreutz. So, well, it's certainly going to be a lot of punch he has. It's also going to be requiring a lot of management, which could perhaps becoming a bit much. I mean, 5 is the normal maximum I'd recommend to players, but if you've got the skills, you can manage 6. I'd say 7, you're really pushing your luck, though. Just willing to see if Iceland's Kreutz does have the skills. Oh, they stopped at the wrong point. Oh, he's going to lose the flak half track. Misclick there by Iceland's Kreutz. And the flak half track goes to the 50 cal. That's going to really hurt for him. We got the option moving ahead here. Shot on the missions for the LMD 34. Stuart moving forwards here. McKenna coming in. Captain advancing with his BA on hand. Worth noting, Jibber has, I think, not researched weapon racks. He's going for the main unit at least, but he hasn't, say, researched weapon racks to equip all of his men, say, with BARs and bazookas, because he's otherwise floating quite a bit of regions here, Mr. JibberJabber. Would, I think, certainly benefit from some extra firepower. Whoops, sorry about that. Quick look at another hit there on the Stuart light tank. Nice punch there. Sturm punch tank the 5th gal, got the campfire turn as well, got full pushing 40 up north. It remains very much all American. Orbital and campfire equipped there with the LMT 34. Troops sitting at the base of JibberJabber. The Major's almost done. Iceland's Kreutz going to be some time away there from any armour, though he has at least the Schwerer panzered quarters authorised now. Folks with the rifle squad here, 50 up to cover them, but no heavy cover. The folks, since they're disrupting the sandbags, they are quickly forced back up north there. Jibber maintains a thin line of infantry maintained by the lieutenant, bit risky here with the filters pushing forwards here. Again, the lack of heavier firepower for the infantry up north makes it a very, tenuous proposition long term. This close to the enemy's base. Counterattack they're being launched here to try and stop here. Iceland's Kreutz assault from going through. Major out. And I think JibberJabber can actually relatively soon quit with tanks. Relatively soon. Second camper there for Iceland's Kreutz. He's definitely starting to figure he's going to get hit by tanks rather faster than he's ready for. So having another Raketman is going to obviously do a ton there as any tank JibberJabber might decide to lob at him. Fighting for the southern fuel point continues well here. And Kreutz continues without a Doctrine. At this point, it feels like it's going to be other special operations or Overwatch. I think at this point he would have gone for Breakthrough, planning to use that. So, either of these two. And even then you're going to benefit from going for them sooner, either for the Sturm Officer or for the Jaegers perhaps. And also the Grenade Assaults, at least on this one. So there seems to be some hesitation there from Iceland's Kreutz against JibberJabberJobber. We're going for some more deeper flanks here. Got the white on the end to tank and crew. That's going to matter much up north. 5th Guard pushing back key Isis Cross forces. There we go. Trying to get past the 5th Guard. Going for the cup on least. That's not too shabby, but not really that it matters too much. Still going for the orbital garden. Jib here can go for a tank, but Inchnoff has not done that as of yet. Strongwatch will try and go for deeper flanking. Try and catch the gun from the far north. And still no weapon max here for Jibber, and still no tank. Seems to be a bit of either he's just caught up in the fighting and can't quite, pay attention to what else is going on there. He's just, unsure what he wants to go for. Both are possibilities to engage with the Volksgrenadiers. Sturdy stream of troops from the base. Then up north, the 50 caliber continues to be an issue here for Eisen's Kreutz, and he seems to have no immediate answers to that one. He just doesn't really care. Jibber, though, I think is definitely sort of not succeeding in leveraging his field advantage versus his opponent. Not succeeding.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Stuart setting out, showing away there for Jibber, finally, the 76 from the Sherman. Carentan has got the Stuart. Another hit there as well, almost taking out the Stuart light tank, but Jibber's able to extract it just in time. Narrowly, though. Orbital launch in the centre, also worth noting, as always, both sides think could benefit from at least a bit of a light artillery, like a mortar or light infantry gun. Jibber, of course, theoretically wanted to, could also upgrade this to go for the pack howitzer. You could also go for the mortar half-track, so there's plenty of options there for Jibber to consider. In terms of light artillery, as Eisen's Kreutz really only has the light infantry gun. But there you go. First medium tank out in the field. It is the 76 shown out here from JibberJabber and the second arm in the south here. Fully being attacked by the rifle squad. Also on this rifle squad. Storm is being hammered here. Cover shattered before them. Still making some progress on the north here. Could push for the fuel point there. Denied. Jibber, of course, push for more himself. He's close to the Panther 4 Molyneux. Sherman heading south as back at the Stuart light tank. A small armoured column here, which Isis Cross really does some of the forces to stop in the south, since the Carentan has been pulled towards the centre, expecting the next armoured push to come there from JibberJabber. Clearly miscalculating Jibber's intentions there. And there you go. Panther 4 on the way there for Isis Cross. In the centre of this progress actually being made here against JibberJabber. His lines are falling apart here and the tanks are not responding to this. This is a great opportunity for Eisen's Kreutz. Though we are almost at the 8 or 20 minute mark here, and Eisen's Kreutz continues to not have chosen a doctrine. Stuart falling back here. Very close to the east over there for Eisen's. JibberJabber. Milling about here a bit aimlessly with Stuart. Troops reinforcing healing, and we do finally get some weapon max with the JibberJabber. We got some BARs at plenty, significantly boosting. Even the Major been getting BARs. Normally players would go for bazookas on the Major, but clearly Jibber just wants more bars. Panther 4 almost done there. Curving route here with the Sherman and the Stuart. Go, Panzerkampfwagen 4 gefechtsbereit. Ausführung, Jod. Jibber's also not too far from another Sherman here. Pushing south with infantry and armour here. Northfield being seized to be marked by Eisen's Kreutz, and there you go. Jibber immediately falls back with the 5th car there, rather than risk losing to the Germans, which could of course quickly become fairly uncomfortable for his men. Still no Doctrine in there. Goes Sherman strikes at the Panther 4 shot. Misses. Lucky there for Eisen's Kreutz Panzerkampfwagen 4. Northern point seized. Back here, nothing figure on there for JibberJabberJobber. Holding caught the Lieutenant, the Major, and the 5th Cup. Quick retreat there. Got the being hammered rifle squad on top of the Panther 1, staying there up, shoots and bounces off the Panther 4's armour. And mine goes off in the south. Viersen's pushed back. Sturm was also taking some losses. And it falls back, in fact. They seem to have taken losses as they were late. Standing too close to the mine. That's a bit awkward. Jibber, they're very close to another 76mm Sherman. As his Kreutz is definitely some time away from any armor, though getting both fuel points will certainly help catapult him closer towards the next tank. MU-55 has his Kreutz in response to all of Jibber's verdammte Amerikaner. Shot fire then, the center jumps on against the Americans, pushing forces as well. Both sides they continue to not have any artillery, I mean the lighter kind. MU-55 almost on their faster strikes. Lieutenant almost right with the Panther 4, they go exterminated. We got Bast up there as well there. Sherman going for the Panther 4, shots going back and forth here. Almost unsuppressed, but kept flying away there. And almost got the Sherman, that'd be great here for Iceland's Kreutz, of course terrible for Jibber. Combined arms unleashed upon Iceland's Kreutz. I feel like the timing is a bit curious here. Another Sherman on the way there for JibberJabberJobber. Man, that Panther 4 is just really lucky. Either shots are bouncing or missing it. Folks going for the 50 cal here. Stewart gaining the ace level there and pushing back the Volks fairly successfully. Kreutz getting ever and ever closer to the second Panther 4 model game. He's also still yet to choose his Doctrine. Sees Northern Point, a bold expedition over the machine gun crew, leaving them with no support, no escorts, no screens, no nothing. Meaning that machine gun quickly lost here and handed over to the Americans if not careful. Making a move for the BAR and denying it to the Germans. Nice little save there by JibberJabber. In the south, the advance continues here. Big swarm infantry going to require a very aggressive response here from Iceland's Kreutz. He wants to stop that fast. Or risk just losing the southern resource. Though, of course, he is seemingly gaining the north instead. Very close to that second Panther 4 model gate. Jibber's second Sherman is ready. And at this rate, he can probably call in the third one soon. There you go. Finally, at the 22-minute mark, Iceland's Kreutz finally makes his pick and chooses Overwatch with the Jaeger Line from the recon squads, early warning systems, for the fatherland, howitzers, and sector assault. There we go. Another Panther for their Iceland's Kreutz. But also not having access to sector assault, which could be quite nasty against JibberJabber if he makes a mistake and pushes tanks too close to each other. Then Jibber may, of course, Iceland's Kreutz may unleash the Luftwaffe upon Jibber. Ralph got put back with the Panther 4, shots away from there. Sherman keeps blasting away there, no kills yet, no 5th kill. Other Sherman up north here being wrapped as well here as Iceland's Kreutz is on the prowl. And smokes from there from Jibber and his Shermans. Further looking to cover his retreat here as the Germans are likely trying to pursue him if he's not careful. The South Stuart then moving forwards and then backwards. The Chems on the prowl here. They sense blood. Almost got a full wipe there. Shot bounced off the Sherman's armour. Second Panther ready here for Iceland's Kreutz and the Germans. Panther trying from north here, routing new troops. Entertaining their firing away. Sherman's flanking the Panther 4. Oakstone, there goes, support called in. Also got the common blitz with increased rate of fire. And looks like the table might be turned in. Jibber, Sherman's about to get knocked out here. And there we go, the Luftwaffe for the Kanonenvogel finishes off the Sherman, leaving Jibber short one tank and giving his opponent now the tank advantage. That was definitely not a great engagement there for Jibber, but it was great for Iceland's Kreutz, turned an otherwise bad situation into an opportunity to deliver a slap across the face for Jibber. So, thumbs up there to Iceland's Kreutz, thumbs up. Another antidote there for Jibber to help make up for the losses there in at least the brief while. Panther will move up the centre. Looks like he's going to try and take out that Stewart. Shot fired, missed. And stunned and hammered by the antidote as well there, which pops take in, thumbs up. Bit of no look ability with some players. Second anti-tank in there, right about the corner.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
In the south, unfortunately, engaged by the Stuart light tank, it tears into them. And the Ralph caught by the MU-34, suppressed and screaming for assistance, at least a chance to get out of there. Sherman forwards. Closing in on another Sherman here for JibberJabber once more. Panther 4 landing an excellent hit on the 5th cover crew there. Ralph Corp shooting the Panther 4, and now go full wipe hit on JibberJabber's machine gun crew there, leaving it possible an opportunity here for the Germans to seize it, but no, Jibber orders the men to grab it to secure it for freedom and democracy. Panther 4 almost knocked out here by JibberJabber's anti-tank guns there. Nice save there almost. And Piston Rams there got kept pulled back. This stood light tank almost taking that one. Just intense damage being done to tanks and light vehicles in general. Other 5th guy there coming out against the infantry center, but the Panther 4 rushes forwards fearlessly. Sherman gets a good hit on the Panther 4 in return. Still being fixed up. Jibber's pretty much able to go for another Sherman now, though of course at this point he might be tempted to go for the M36 Jackson tank destroyer instead. Nice and Scotch could just keep going for Panther 4, so you could also consider something like the Yak Panther. It's also 70 in the anti-tank in here for resources. Not a bad idea. And narrowly managed to do it. Stuart Sherman rushing forwards. Light mine goes off there. Got those orbs on retreating. As JibberJabber advances with his tanks. And goes straight to destroy there. Iceland's Quartz machine gun gewehr. How cheeky of him. Nice hit for the anti-tank in there. Southern Fuel Pump once being claimed for democracy. Though Folks Squad may move in to object to that. Still against the Volksgrenadiers. Sherman need repairs. Fixing up the Panther 4.
Contact reports show the Krauts are at 200 points.
Fixing up the Panther 4, getting that one going. Got the Panther 4 rushing forwards. Not really much in like terms of like major scale assaults from either side. Just lots of minor skirmishes here. Bit of skirmishing here. Mines being laid down here by JibberJabber, trying to slow down any German attacks. For the tanks, the Panther 4 Novice and Kreutz. And Jibber continues to float resources. Is it a Jackson? Is it a Sherman? I'm not entirely sure. At this rate, he's going to need to make up his mind before he just gets completely outnumbered by the Panther 4s. And there you go, we do get another Sherman there for JibberJabberJobber and the 2nd Armored Division. North here, Panther 4's engaging their captain holding up there inside the building until he realises he has other places to be. Places with fewer German tanks in them. So look out that Sherman ready. Panther 4 almost done there for Iceland's Kreutz. He's also got a fresh bit of sector assault as well there. And setting up and switching up to the armor piercing rounds immediately. Or further armor piercing. The armor piercing discarding sapper rounds. Another Sherman almost done there for JibberJabberJobber. Almost done. Good hit there on the Panther 4. Other Panther 4 takes it as well there. Using take aim as well. Thumbs up to Jibber.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
So that one Panther 4's in dire repairs. We've got 2 Shermans ready now for JibberJabber. He's actually not far off from another one. He also would have benefited from going for that Sherman sooner, if one has to be perfectly honest. We got 162 versus 345. Jibber continues to lead over Iceland's Kreutz and the Germans. And Kreutz here going for a 3rd truck. That'll be the Mechanized Regiment. Probably for the repair pioneers, but of course he may also be planning to like leave the King Tigers like an opportunity you could just maybe choose if things develop that way. But currently he's at full pop cap, so you can't really call it in, even get the resources for it. Another anti-tank there for JibberJabber, realizing he is rather numerically outnumbered in terms of tanks. He needs more backup firepower against that. Panther 4 takes directly from the anti-tank, grab this on the fuel point there away from Jibber. Another hit from the anti-tank. We got ace on that one. Take aim and the armor piercing discarding sample rounds. They're being unleashed. Panther 4 narrowly escapes. Close call there. Now the side though continuing to have any artillery. The south fighting intensifies here as JibberJabber, of course, looking to keep the point out of Eisenskreuz's hands. He could have tried like flanking from some sort of angle. It seems like he's very much the attack head-on chap when it comes to solving problems. Trucking about here, and looks like it's going to be setting up close to the Schwerer Panzer quarters. Stewart with 17 kills. Sherman continue to advance here. Captain full squad out in the open, and that could be a while if he's not careful. Again with the shoots, misses the Stewart narrowly. Avoiding the south. There you go. 2 of the hip shots following up. Then the Panzer in here. Isis crouching the offense, and there you go. Stewart down here. Jibber. Bit too slow to act here as Eisenskreuz is now time to get a lot more aggressive with his tanks and his maneuvers. They still need to keep supported with infantry. Panzer are extending. Definite mistake there by Eisenskreuz. And there we go. Jibber punishes him, rightfully slapping him down. No additional tank shed here for Jibber or tank destroyers. There we go. We do get 1 M36 just as I say that. But what will Eisenskreuz do next? We'll set up for another Panzer IV, but we go for the Yak Panzer. Will he try something like a King Tiger? Those are the big questions here being asked at the moment. Sherman from northwards. Got those Shermans rolling ahead here. No upgrades on those. By the Panzer IV, they're close to his side to them accidentally or unknowingly. Down to half level red. Those Shermans all taking a lot of fun. Shermans like Carentan, almost ace level in fact. And there goes Sherman knocked out. Jibber to slow reactor again, failed to pop smoke when you saw him into the tanks there. Well, anti-tanks, well, at least he did pop smoke, but at that point it was too late. Now using the smoke to try and maybe gain vengeance, pushing 40. Got the Panther 4, that's actually a bit of a win then for Jibber, though he still needs to avoid losing the other tank. Close call there, tried to predict where he's going to move through the smoke and failed, and taking the turn around though, about to lose that Sherman, there we go. Kaput. Amerikanischer Kampfpanzer ist zerstört. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen, anyways. Jackson out there. Got the Captain of Castle Academy for routing it. We got 129 to 45. Destroying the Academy over there with his anti-tank gun. And down he goes. Panther IV hauling away there. Jackson's close pursuit. And there we go. Caliber hit there on the Panther IV with its 90mm gun. Same issue as in the Pershing heavy tank in the south. A bit of skirmish on the rear since they're trying to suppress the advancing force. Actually succeeds here. Pins them down even. Keep firing! But sir, these things only have 20-shot magazines. Just keep reloading. You're gonna die. Sandbags in the centre here from Eisenskreuz, preparing for a fresh defensive fight around there against Eisenskreuz off of JibberJabber. More sandbags are plenty, consistent work with that. Thumbs up to Eisenskreuz. Some players think they're good within the early game, but then, like, you know, it's a certain, the match hits a certain point, they just completely forget about doing it. But Eisenskreuz clearly remains consistent with sandbags. Like, so anyway, 2 thumbs up actually. Jackson keeps trying away there. Big flank here, but JibberJabber got the Panther on the other side. They're moving in to try and intercept and rout the Americans. So far, 1 squad sent packing, another one there, starting to take loss as well there. Looks to never fall back in the face of Eisenskreuz Panzerwaffe. The south point being seized here by the Obersoldaten. Jackson fires away there, good hit. More shots being unleashed. Panther IV then narrowly escapes there. Narrowly. Seizing the centre victory point. Back here reinforcing healing. We got 115 versus 340. Eisenskreuz need to do something about this soon. Could risk being shattered by Jibber. Of course, Jibber also still needs to be careful. His forces, like with a good counter push by Eisenskreuz, could be left devastated. We got another Oberson squad. He's actually yet to lose a single infantry squad. He's now committing to like 7 of them. That seems pretty damn ambitious here by Eisenskreuz. Blend cover there to prevent them from just, you know, keep firing that force from trying to move ahead there into the smoke. I'll go for a deeper flank there, which could expose them to more firepower from the troops. Oberson themselves up. Part of the Veterans ability they get up north here, fighting for the centre victory point happens as well. There you go, Fox attack from the north, using the smoke also just as a way to stall and buy time. Clever, thumbs up there. Jackson being flanked here. Shoots right here in the centre. Heinz with the Panzerfaust was a bit too slow, they're allowing the Jacksons to escape. And another shun here for JibberJabber, Freedom and Democracy. That said, Jibber's map control is starting to look a lot more tenuous in the face of Iceland's Kreuz. Just been caught around the centre here. Tense finding here no grenades from JibberJabber, by the way. Also, a ton of ammunition being flooded here by Iceland's Kreuz. 420. Well, I imagine he may soon end up blazing for all that munitions. For all those. Anyways, Jackson moving forwards here. Panther on the move, veterans, you want close veteran 2. Accident lands a great hit. Now the great hit on the Panther pushing down to half health. We got 115 versus 287. South hip looking for the southern point here. We got the opposite on there versus the Major. 27 kills veteran 4. Excellent for the German infantry. Less excellent for the Americans that got killed by them. Jackson, they're not doing much since currently Iceland's Kreuz is fighting with a primarily infantry-based force. Now you go 5th car wiped as well. These orbs are doing some incredible work here for Iceland's Kreuz. You can even lay down some boob traps if you want to. I mean, he's got munitions to spare, so some boob traps could be great, as I do believe Jibber's not bothered with minesweepers. Sorry, don't we need minesweepers? Nah, crowds are too stupid for that. You sure? Yeah. Bit of skirmishing there. We got 115 versus 256. Hobson can hold the line here. Could try and call in some air support to buy time. There we go. Luftwaffe is summoned to try and win the engagement. Orbison popping up a grenade here on the missing infantry. There you go. Orbison wiped quite below there, but the Germans taking heavy damage. Panzerfaust off there. And the Luftwaffe finish off the German. Jibber now just for the Jackson tanks. Those infantry soldiers being decimated here. Infantry dropping dead like flies from rifle fire and Luftwaffe support fire. They almost got the Rearton squad. There they go. Down they go. Coming 40 fights to the Kreuz. Large score pinned down, could get wiped out here. It would be a staggering blow. Jackson taking hits there as well. And there you go, wiped. And that GG, game over. A loss here for JibberJabber, a victory for Iceland's Kreuz. A fierce fight here on Nexus. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.